course, you can always like and subscribe.
Yep, ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling bell.
Especially because we're going to have a little continuing segment here as we move into March Madness. And I thought, we could do our best to pretend to be some sort of sports analysts here, talk about
Sure.
who was on the bubble, who was snubbed, everything else. So let's get our bracket up. Normally, there's in the NCAA men's tournament at least, they have 68 teams with four play-in games. That was too many for all kinds of reasons. So we went to 32 sets that were released March 1st. Here we go, revealing the bracket for our first 8 sets. What do we think here? Number 1 seed. Probably, almost no surprise, I think, because it's clearly the greatest set that came out March 1st. This would be Hedwig.
Oh, thank you. I'm like,
it's Privet Drive.
It's behind the live stream counter, so I'm like, what is that?
Yeah, it's going up against the number 8 seed, and of course, I think well deserving of the 8 seed in my mind. Maybe you'll disagree.
Yeah.
Medieval Town Square set.
Okay.
10-3-3-2. It's a castle, so how could it possibly get a seeding higher than 8? But there it is at the number 8 seed. What do you think of our 1 versus 8 matchup here, Mark?
Are we starting? Are we going directly in the matchup, or are we gonna go over preview all the matchups
the
first?
Other ones too, but I just kind of wanted to get your thought here.
Okay, so I will say
8 too low a seed for the Medieval Town Square. Or what do you think?
It may be. Some people might think so. I know we had a lot of our discussion. I would say I was surprised that you put it in the 8 seed, but there are a lot of great sets here. So but I think that we found some inconsistencies in it. So I don't think it was as great as we were hoping, or as great as it could be. So perhaps it deserves its number 8 seed. What was your thought process in putting it where it is?
It had a lot of hype, but quite honestly, just the fact that it's a castle medieval mock, it really hurt it a lot. And really, it's going up against an absolute monster of Hedwig at 4 Privet Drive. So I assume that it's just going to get trounced here and bounced out of the tournament right away. But who knows? Let's go.
I don't know. That's the first I've heard of the Hedwig set, really.
Go to our 2-7 matchup. We've got Stitch.
Yeah.
43-249 going.
Oh, this is a rough one.
Going up against the Surface Space Loader 42-178.
Yeah.
Stitch, absolutely adorable. Love the colors. My daughter's a big fan of Stitch, so that always gives me a little bonus love for Stitch.
Yeah.
And it's going up against the smallest of the Technic Space line, March 1st.
Well, this is a good matchup. I'm looking forward to it. I know the Surface Space Loader is a 7 seed, but I think it has some tenacity in it. It depends on what the Tainted thinks, but I could see it doing pretty well in this matchup. V Mac Attack says that the seventh Hedwig isn't a number 1 seed. Oh,
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, the crowd is throwing down.
It's it is what it is. We got to get that banner up there. What else can you do?
Right.
But sometimes you've just got to go with the fact that something made a special run right at the end and got itself a high seed. And if you think it's not fair, that's why we're here to comment and analyze. All right, let's take a look at our 3-6 matchup. We've got the Kawasaki Ninja versus the Ford Mustang Dark Horse.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the Dark Horse is a number 6 seed might be my Dark Horse to take this round.
Yeah, it has a conspicuous name in my mind.
It does indeed. I haven't really been a big Kawasaki or motorcycle guy. Lego produces a lot of them. Sometimes I buy them for parts packs.
Yeah.
But obviously they do well because Lego keeps producing them. So coming in hot to the number 3 seed, the Kawasaki Ninja. What do you think of this matchup?
I don't collect these either. And I think that that Dark Horse is again going to give the Kawasaki Ninja a run for its money for sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, the most tantalizing matchup's usually the 4-5 matchup here. And so we've got here the Planet Earth and Moon in orbit 42-179 facing off against our first entry of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Isabel's House Visit 77049.
Yeah.
our only Animal Crossing set in this bracket, at least in this region.
Yeah.
Um, so what you think?
Well, I think you know what I think. Pretty sure Isabel's house visit is going to trounce that orrery. I like the idea of the orrery. It's just unfortunate that it's just the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun. I can imagine that a larger orrery of the entire solar system would probably be exorbitant to produce and to try to market. But I just don't necessarily think it's. I don't think it's necessary, I should say.
All right. Well,
What are your thoughts on that matchup?
well, I mean, I guess we'll have to see where the other Animal Crossing sets come in. But a 5 seeds, it's respectable given the quantity of sets and how simplistic a lot of the Animal Crossing designs are. There might be a few
Yes.
that are higher than a 5 seed.
That's true.
But it's a very, very cool set that maybe teaches you some stuff about science. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
But
That's
an
great.
interesting idea for a Technic set for sure.
Yeah, we'll see if that means it can play basketball. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the.
Not exactly what we're doing here, but yeah.
Let's go ahead and check the other regions. How about that?
All right, let's do it. So we've got the Milwaukee region. Maybe you've noticed a theme now here.
Yeah.
Milwaukee region.
We
The
do Brick World Expos. Is that what's going on?
Really? That would be crazy.
Yeah.
We've got the number 1 seed Mars Crew Exploration Rover 42-180 facing off against Aaron's Ninja Off-Road Buggy Car.
Okay.
I think this one is going to be a complete pummeling.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Aaron doesn't stand a chance.
I don't know how Aaron got in here, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a good question. Was there a snub? Did this set kick out something more deserving? I don't know.
Yeah.
And we got the 2-7 matchup here. We've got Maple's Pumpkin Garden.
Yeah.
Maple's Pumpkin Garden going against
Yep.
Isabella's Flower Pot.
Yeah, Maple's going to kill Isabella. They're going to stomp all over her with their tiny little legs.
Maple comes in as a number 2 seed. How does that make
Yeah.
you feel?
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, not surprised.
It's a decent seed for a polybag. Okay, now here we go. Going on to our Captain's Island boat tour.
Ooh,
Doing a little battle against another Ninjago mech.
a lot of Animal
Nice.
Crossing in this region.
Kai's Ninja Climber. Yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely the Animal Crossing region for sure.
Yeah, these Ninjago mechs don't really do anything for me. I don't know if the Ninjago fans are fans of them or if people want these for parts packs. The designs don't really speak to me too much. And Captain's Island is probably the coolest Animal Crossing set outside of Maple's Pumpkin Garden, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, clocking in at a very high number 3 seed. Okay, the 4-5 matchup.
Yeah.
Another Animal Crossing set. Julian's birthday party.
Yeah, it's
Taking
conspicuous
on
to me.
The Invisible Hand. Our first
Oh
Star Wars
man,
set.
yeah. You know what? Julian's birthday party is not my favorite of the Animal Crossing sets. That tree really pisses me off. But the that MIDI scale ship crap. Yeah. So Lego Team B loves Ninjago, but the mechs give them nothing.
Yeah.
I have to agree there. I think there's a lot of cool Ninjago sets out there, and the mechs are. I don't know if they ran out of ideas or like mechs are easy. We got a bunch of extra ball joints hanging out back here. But yeah, for I don't know. What are you thinking about the Invisible Hand versus Julian?
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-5 seed matchup, so they're usually pretty close. The Invisible Hand's not necessarily like an iconic ship.
I know.
But it's a decent number of pieces for a decent price, which I think is somewhat attractive. But I don't think it's the greatest of the Star Wars sets. It is lower seed even than Julian's birthday party. I got it. VMAC Attack says the same about Ninjago and MX. Okay, well, let's move on to our Grand Rapids region.
I thought that might be where we're going next. Nice.
How did you know? Okay.
Oh, I just understood why you used the bracket piece. Hello.
It's bracketology, baby.
Oh, that 1 versus 8 seed. I think that that Ninjago dragon sculpture is going to trounce the 19th version of the Flying Fort Anglia.
There you go.
I think that thing's
Dragonstone Shrine.
dead. Yeah.
Coming in as a number 1 seed.
Yeah,
Back
good
to
place
our
for it.
Ninjago business here, right? Love
Yeah.
Ninjago. Not the mechs. This has got no mechs.
Yeah.
A beautiful Ninjago set.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that they came out with this year for Ninjago that isn't mech based.
Yep.
I don't know why. Yeah, the mech push annoys me. I've said enough about that. Sorry. Let's move on.
Millennium Falcon, number 2 seed, the midi-scale Millennium Falcon, taking on the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro, another speed champion set in sort of the low seed here, coming in as a 7 seed. Think of
Yeah.
all of the midi-scale ships. There was a very famous midi-scale Millennium Falcon before. This one's more detailed. I
Yeah.
doubt it'll have the same popularity. But
Yeah.
here it is. That is a number 2 seed. What do you think of that?
I think this one's going to be close because I could really probably care less about either one of those sets.
Fair enough. The number 3 seed, the boarding of the Tantive or Tantive 4,
Tantive, yeah.
taking on Hagrid's Hut version 987.
Yeah, exactly.
This one, Hagrid's Hut, An Unexpected Visit, being the title.
Man, do you remember that original Hagrid's Hut roof? That
Yes,
was like
I do.
some sort of like laminated paper.
Yes. Yes. They've just gotten more brutal and strange since then, believe it or
Well,
not.
we certainly know how M&R Productions feels about this set. Do you know why so many people are upset about this this
Fives
Tantive
figure?
set?
It's the 5
Yeah.
figure, apparently.
What?
He's fine.
I right? I don't know why people are so upset about him.
Yeah.
People don't like it.
I think
It is weird to have a clone trooper in this set since the Tantive was at least canonically. Oh wait, no. Canonically, no.
after.
The
Who's
order.
after?
Yeah, well, the order that the movies were released, it technically comes before, or I don't know. Is he from late? I don't know the Fives figure what, but I imagine since he's a clone trooper,
He's a clone
it
trooper.
would be pre the events of A New Hope, pre A New Hope.
Correct. Yep. Yeah, I mean they haven't historically really lined up the special figure that well with the base set.
Okay.
So that's not a surprise. They kind of did the same thing with the 20th anniversary ones. Whatever the bonus figure was, it didn't make that much sense with the set itself.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay, this one might be a little spicy. We're gonna go with the 4-5 matchup: the Talking Sorting Hat versus Forest Animals Red Fox.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one for sure.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that this is a talking sorting hat, I would think the forest animal would trample all over it. But the talking sorting hat does talk.
I don't care.
So
I could care less that there's a talking brick in that one.
we'll see.
Oh, it talks. Great.
All right, let's move on to our last region, the Fort Wayne region.
Fort Wayne. Look at that. Oh,
Right.
that's an interesting matchup, that first one.
Number 1 seed, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Cottage, taking on Bunny's Outdoor Activities.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen here?
Oh boy, I think this one might be a bit of a slaughter.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing had a couple of decent seeds in here. This one's an 8 seed and probably deserves it.
I agree. I think it's going to get trounced by Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Quite possible. And we've got ourselves a 2-7 matchup. We've got the Mercedes AMG F1 versus R2D2 75379.
Again, it's like the 5th version of R2D2.
Yeah, and they have 2 coming out right now at the same time. VMAX says this is the best region, and we already know why, but we'll get to that.
Right.
Yeah, they've got the big R2D2 for like $240, and then this little R2D2 for $100 plus the weird bonus figure, which is sort of a canon offshoot, a movies plus figure, and Darth Malik. Is that who's in this one? Darth Malik?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't either, but it's somebody, once again, doesn't really relate to R2D2 in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got ourselves the 3-6 matchup, the VTOL heavy cargo spaceship taking on Hogwarts Castle Owlery.
Hauger. How'd you do that?
Hauger. Castle
Hogwarts.
Castle Owlery.
Owlery. Okay. Fun times.
Yeah, not. This is maybe one of the better Harry Potter sets of this wave, which isn't saying much.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So it did knock the boathouse out. The boathouse didn't even make the tournament, and I don't.
Yeah, I'm
think,
not surprised.
I don't
Yeah, it
think that's
shouldn't
a
have made it.
shame.
Yeah.
No, it
No,
shouldn't
it's
have.
not. No, they had no business being here.
And then we've got our 4-5 matchup, another Ninjago set coming in number 4, Wolf
Which is
Mask
a
Shadow
beautiful,
Dojo.
beautiful set.
Yes, taking on VMAC Attacks, number 1 overall seed.
Oh no,
The McLaren MP4/4 with Arton Cena, or however you say his name, who's a racing legend apparently.
it's the GOAT according to VMAC Attack.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Yes. So there we have it. What do you think of our seeds overall? You think this is probably about where you'd expect everything? Of course.
So we're leaving it there till next week.
For sure.
Oh, all right, cool.
For
That's
sure.
fun.